What's poppin', y'all? Okay, we finally have a confirmation for the roster for the X-Force, which is actually the spin-off of the current X-Men universe. Now, before I jump into this, I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to talk about the current roster, and second, I'm going to talk about my thoughts on, well, I'm actually going to talk about who I thought was going to be in the roster at first. So, let's jump right into it. As you can see by this picture, the image shows 5 protagonists, which, as Liefeld confirmed back in 2013 that this would happen. And as you can see, the 5 members include Cable, Domino, Warpath, and an unspecified female in the far left-hand corner of this image. Now, there is a little fan speculation because they did not reveal this young lady's name, so there's a lot of speculation saying that it's Rogue, it's Psylocke, it's Boom Boom, Pharaoh. There's people saying it's Hope Leonard's. To be personal, I think that to go all out for another X-Men film, I would honestly think that this would be X-23. But as you can clearly see, the white streak down one section of her hair, clearly this is probably Rogue, so there's really not a real big problem with that. But anywho, that's the roster, and this actual is official concept art, although not specified, and we still have no release date. We have no actors who will portray each of these characters, but we still have a lot to go with. So now we're going to talk about the actors. As Robert Liefeld confirmed that Deadpool would in fact be in the X-Force film, and stated that the Deadpool movie is the starting basis for the X-Force film as well. Now, as we all know, that Warpath was portrayed by Bobo Stewart in X-Men Days of Future Past, and actually featured a somewhat larger role than expected, according to Fox. Now, we're going to talk more about the other members. As it stands, we have no current actor portraying Cable, Domino, Cannonball, or the unnamed female in the far left corner here. But if so that this individual is Rogue, whether or not Anna Paquin decides to reprise her role as Rogue is still unknown. But now we're going to talk about a certain amount of issue that might be with this film. Now, as we all know, that Robert Liefeld actually confirmed that Deadpool would in fact have a sequel. So whether or not we get an X-Force film a year or two after Deadpool, it's still a pretty good bet that there will be some form of teasing that the X-Force will be included sometime before or after Deadpool. Well, clearly not before Deadpool, but it's going to be after Deadpool. So yeah, let me take that back. But now I'm going to talk about actors who actually have a specific time that they can fit these roles. Now, my original thought for the X-Force was actually to be Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Blink, who we saw by Fan Bing Bing, and she portrayed her in X-Men Days of Future Past as well. Now, just like Bobo Stewart, Fan Bing Bing, and Adam Kanto, who portray New Mutants introduced to the X-Men universe, who were all 3 introduced in Days of Future Past. So these characters I actually thought would fit the role pretty well. And considering that Robert Liefeld did already straightforward confirm that Cable would be in the film, it would fit so well because not only did I just announce, I just gave information on 5 characters altogether. But like I said, considering the possibilities for this, it's a lot to go around. Considering Wolverine is out, Hugh Jackman has quit being Wolverine. Bobo Stewart, we don't know if he's going to want to reprise his role. Sunspot, we don't know if Adam Kanto is going to want to reprise his role. But I'm actually going to point this out real quick. Fan Bing Bing, who played Blink in Days of Future Past, has announced that she was actually going to signed a contract for a 5-year X-Men film deal. So it's possible that she will portray a certain female, like any female lead that she's going to get around. I'm pretty sure she's going to kill it because she did pretty good with Blink. So it leads me to believe that if this individual is not Rogue, this is a possibility that she's either Hope Summers or X-23. Those are my biggest opinions right there. And considering that we have a lot of, and considering we just got the Suicide Squad, I'm thinking that this anti-hero trailer is actually the way that X-Force is going to want to go. And considering the X-Force is the special ops version of X-Men, to the point where they think that they can go to the limit a little further than what the X-Men could do, it only realizes that the X-Men universe is doing a bigger preparation for making an anti-hero film that not only kids and adults can watch, but it has that sensitive side to the point where most people want to see it, but also can follow the intensive storyline. So, who do you guys think will play our newest anti-hero team? We already know that Deadpool's in it. We know Cable, Warpath, Domino, Cannonball, and we got the new so-called Rogue. But like I said, we dare to dream, right? So, what do you guys think of the new team? You think they're a match for the X-Men universe? If so, let me know. I'll keep you guys posted with plenty more to go.